This isn't my bike. What is this? That's my bike. So this is not my first time riding this bike. This is probably like my third. But we're gonna do a first impressions video because Kale so generously has let me ride. He's let me ride his bike a few times this last weekend, and it's pretty neat. So this is a 20-something, I don't know what year, Yamaha FZ09, and it's red. It's really red. So right off the bat, coming from a sport bike, the friggin' just the position, the seating position, and like the bars, it's like a dirt bike. It's like way the freak up here and your hands are like way out, unlike my bike where your hands are like right in here and like, you know, you're all friggin', obviously, you know, you're all sport bike position, all crunched up, but it's really pretty comfy. What surprised me about this bike is just like the sheer torque. Like, I knew it was a torquey bike, but it'll smash my Daytona 0 to 100. And yeah, I don't know, it's a freaking monster. When you really get on it, it'll rip your body back, and I don't know, I just don't really get that with my bike. I think it's because it has less torque, and also just the seating position on the FZ is so upright that like you're catching a lot of wind and your mass is just kind of like, you're not tucked into the bike, so you're really getting ripped back, which is, I don't know, makes you feel like you're going super fast and super fun. But yeah, it's really friggin' nice. I don't know, my Daytona, it's a 2009, so it's not like old, but I mean, that's what, 11 years old now. So being on this bike is just luxurious. Oh shoot, we're shooting that. Some quality stuff here. I don't know what much to say about it. It's got a fuel gauge, that's cool. It's reading empty, so I'm a little scared. Kel said it was fine though. So yeah, as far as mods go, he got it flashed. He got the ECU flashed. He's got these bar end mirrors, which look pretty good. He's got friggin' tail tidy kit, some fancy tires. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's really like friggin' twitchy. It's hard to be precise with the throttle, and I'm sure after riding it for a while you get used to it. That's how I was with my Daytona, like I got used to it, but this is like a whole new level of just twitchy torque. It just wants to friggin' go off the line, wants to go flying. But yeah, I don't know, I'm enjoying it. What can I say about this bike? It looks really good. Oh, he's got a friggin' a Kropovich exhaust, maybe? I don't know, but he's got an exhaust on here that sounds really good. But yeah, the main thing is just like the friggin' torque on this bike is insane. And like, I've been riding it mostly in like standard mode, not even A mode, which is a super speedy friggin' mode. So it's a monster, that's for sure. I want to see my bike. Let's see the Daytona. Come on up. Yeah, say hi. It's always nice to see your bike, like someone else riding it. I mean, it's not nice, but it's like, ooh, look at it. You know, you never really get to see it rolling. But we're just taking the bikes down to Grandma's house. Kale's my cousin, if you didn't know, so taking the bikes down to our grandma's house. And And he's gonna load his bike up and go. They're gonna go to friggin' back to Vegas. So this is our last ride. We got the bikes all washed and looking pretty. It's a nice Sunday cruise. Yeah, this thing is a monster, dude. The torque is just like, it's crazy. So, since this first impressions is pretty much done already, just compare our three bikes, you know. So we've got my Daytona, it's 2009 Daytona 605. We've got the Baitmaster's 2000 something R1. Oh, that's a nice sound. And then we've got Kale's FZ09. Obviously the FZ09 is in a little bit of a different category. But I don't know, I think we can all compare them. We can compare them all, that's what I'm trying to say. So my bike is, it's like, you know, like overall, technically it's probably faster on the top end than this FC. I mean, it is, but I don't friggin' ride it like faster than maybe like 100. So I don't know, on the streets it's just not faster than the FC in my opinion, unless you're just going crazy all the time. The friggin' R1 is an absolute monster, and it's, I don't know, it just feels so stable. Like, you can just go flying on that bike, and I don't know, it inspires confidence going fast, which is the dangerous thing I've noticed. It's really fun though. It feels really solid. It's super uncomfortable. It's way more uncomfortable than my bike, which is kind of surprising. I thought they'd be like kind of close, but yeah, it's super uncomfortable. The R1 has a ton of torque, but like, it's either neck and neck with the FZ, or yeah, it's about neck and neck with the FZ, because I don't know, they're both just absolute monsters. As far as like handling go, the FZ is a really flickable bike. It's just, it's like a little freaking dirt bike almost. But so is my Daytona. The R1, I mean, it's a freaking good handling bike for sure. It's not like hard to friggin' flick over or anything, but it's you know, just not quite as flickable. I mean, the FZ is a naked for one, and then the friggin' Daytona is just kind of notoriously flickable. I don't know what other word to use, so we're just gonna use that one word like 80 times. I mean, like, I love my Daytona, and I know if I sold it I would regret it, but really, I don't know, man. Like, maybe an FZ09 or an FZ07, or maybe even in a friggin' MT10. I know that like FZ09 and MT09 is interchangeable technically, but is the friggin' MT09 and MT10 and FZ10? I don't know, I've never heard of FZ10. Anyways, just like a naked bike, you know, because the power is just much more usable. It's a more comfortable bike for just riding around town. I mean, that bike is essentially built for a track, and it looks super cool and it's super fun, but realistically, I gotta say, I think nakeds are generally the superior bikes for road use. Don't come at me with your friggin' pitchforks. I'm a sport bike rider, but I don't know, man. Hope you can see my point of view. Also, if you like to do wheelies, apparently this thing's a monster. I mean, Kale may or may not have been doing fat wheelies, fat nooners, as we like to call them, like all weekend. And we're back on the Daytona. I hope the friggin' footage on the FZ wasn't too bad, because I had like some streaks on the lens, so it might suck, but I don't know, I'm probably still gonna friggin' use it. It's fun riding other people's bikes, but it's always like, just getting back on your own bike, it's like, oh, home, you know? It just feels so natural. What does this friggin' sign say? It says, no burglar alarm. Sounds like, our burglar alarm sounds like a 45. think those signs are so dumb, and I'm like ultra pro gun. I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, it might deter someone from robbing your house, but it also might mean, like, if they know you're gone, you probably got guns there, they can come steal them. So you're just advertising that you have guns. And there's a saying that goes, weapons are meant to be felt, not seen. Which, you know, makes sense. Why would you give up your, you know, element of surprise if someone's gonna rob you anyways, that is, you know. Obviously, the best case scenario is to not have someone break into your house. You know, today's one of those days where I wish I didn't bag on squids so much. Because I want a squid. It's so hot. Oh, man. It's like I can't just ride my bike. I have to friggin' go home and shower and everything afterwards because it's just all stinky and sweaty. It's just that life, though. I don't know what to name my bike still. I want to name it. But what? I don't know. Not taking suggestions. So I know y'all will suggest some goofy stuff. Anyways, I think I got enough footage on the FZ to fill this friggin' video up. So we're gonna wrap it up a little early here. Friggin' like and comment and subscribe. Thanks again to Kale for letting me ride his beautiful motorcycle. And friggin' catch you on the next one.